Yeah.
There's 155 on the high end. It's the
Yeah.
310-pound dude or whatever.
Here we are, the Titan Dragon. Brandon just had him one brought in here. Get a chance to look over this thing since not many people have seen any of these, including myself. Stern rocker looks to be around a 10.5, 11 inches on the stern rocker. Bow rocker looks to be, you could say, if you're going to the parting line, you're at 14.5 or possibly 15. It's got a strange parting line in there. It just kind of smooths out. You can see it goes right around there like that. This color is called the Killer Bee. We'll go ahead and start back here at the stern and just kind of work my way up to the bow. Well, they did recess the drain plug. They actually have a molded in recessed drain plug, which is a plus. That's just a cheaper plastic one instead of a rubber one. Chrome plated metal grab handles with a nice cutout, nice big cutout on those chrome handles. Cool graphic, cool name. I like that. It is a MiG 5. I can feel the glue on it. They should alcohol that and clean that up before they ship it, by the way. Look at these big, huge cutouts for the wall holder. Add structure back here. More grab handles here. Nice cutout for that. Kind of like the Waka, gives you that ability to grab it like that. So Curtis has never even heard of the Dragon.
No.
Have you ever heard of Titan Kayaks though?
I have not.
Really? So Titan Kayaks, I'm pretty sure is out of South Africa. I think Anthony Yep was the originator of the company and the designer, and they've been around for maybe about 15 years. Just not much here in the U.S. They're just trying to get some U.S. kind of distribution going. And Brandon ordered him one of these, I think, from Next Adventures and had it delivered over. But yeah, the boat to me looks like a combination of an OG meets a wave sport. So it's got like some wave sport influence into an OG, maybe into some sort of Waka from here back. Does that not look like a Waka?
It absolutely does.
But design-wise, it looks pretty solid. And the way they do they have their own back band. You know, it's got the Titan logo on it. The back band felt pretty good. This looks kind of wonky and kind of cheap. I don't like that. That's not bolted down to anything. Kind of sharp.
Just cantilevered out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think they originally wanted to bolt it to that wall, but they didn't. That was probably some assembly things that they just kind of left off. The seat has these little things here that Titan pushed these for a while to be able to control your boat in the air. That's what these little points were. And it's supposed to displace your power a little better, according to, you know, Titan anyway. Hip pads kind of remind me of like, the whole system kind of reminds me of like the Badass outfitting. Just in it, you know how Liquid Logic does their outfitting, just one seat pad,
yeah.
And you just shim out behind it.
That's one
yeah.
Okay.
You just shim out behind it there. It's just like they have their back band running through this piece of plastic that's riveted into the seat there.
Yeah, that's.
And these are the Wave Sport ratchets.
Oh, these. Oh,
Yeah.
This system is okay.
That's
so.
the old Wave Sport where you just thread it through. You tighten up here to get your slack out.
Yeah.
You pull it out. And they work. I mean, it worked pretty good. I've just never seen it done like this. Wave Sport runs it through the rim. And they do have kiss-offs on the rim to strengthen it up. That's what those are, is these things where it bridges the rim.
Yeah.
But they could easily run that behind the rim and pop out there and get rid of this. I'm curious how this works, so we'll see how that works. Adjustments just like Dagger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right here it looks a little wonky too. It reminds me of Varus and Waka. They have that down tilt and they screw into the wall, and that bracket's just not working very well.
Yeah, that's not really doing anything there.
I don't think it's doing much of anything either. Bulkhead has an adjustable foot plate that goes up and down. I don't know if you can even see that. It's so dark in there.
A little light.
Oh yeah, there you go. See that plate? It's mounted through the wall like the Waka and the old school Daggers used to be. So it's not at the bottom, it's through the center of the wall, the bow pillar. Nothing's holding the bow pillar in but that and that. I took those off to look at it. And these aren't bolts, it's just a plate that they screw in together. Roto molded seat, big seat pad. These thigh hooks, you want to try to sit in it, see what you think?
Sure. Did it come this way?
No. Now Brandon's 6'4", so he couldn't fit in it. It's in a very aggressive thigh hooks. These thigh hooks they're very stiff and aggressive. They were tight on my thighs, but Brandon had to cut it down just to fit in it. I'm curious how you're going to fit in it too.
So you gonna go down Toxway tomorrow?
Yeah, sure. Let's just roll it down and see what happens. You see that? I can tell his thighs are already getting caught.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah. I can't even get up in those.
And the reason is the seat's so high. That seat's probably 3 to 4 inches off of the hole. You can see how his thighs are. My thighs did that exact same thing. Yeah.
They sort of need like to flip these around almost.
I thought they just need to move them forward. They don't need to come back that
They
far.
would need to go forward and down.
They're stiff. They're very stiff in there, but they ride right in your thighs.
This is one piece of foam linking all that together.
It would be uncomfortable after a while.
I like the silver.
Yeah, the chrome. They chrome plated all their grab handles.
That's kind of cool.
That adds structure there, having that big wall holder right there, but it doesn't do much. The wall's really not feel how the wall's not even in that.
Yep. Oh yes. Yep.
Yeah,
it's
so
just sitting flush on
that's more cosmetic. The wall, in my opinion, should be cut up in there, but that's a hard shape for them to make. So they just kind of cut a straight wall, didn't they? Yeah, it would. You'd have to wet it. You can wet it with like soapy water. That's what we would do and pop them up in there, or put it in while it's real hot and right out of the oven. You can do it. Yeah, chrome. More chrome bow handles. You know, Jacob loves the chrome. He's going to have chrome spinners on his car when he gets...
I'm just going to get a full chrome.
We're going to get him a full chrome boat. Yeah, let's get him an aluminum canoe. That's what we need to do. Yeah. So I don't know what the full specs are on this boat, but it feels like it's around about 50 pounds for it to not have much outfitting. I think it should have been lighter. Yeah, because I think it's how high.
How much did he cut out of that?
About 2 inches.
2 inches.
2 inches.
Wow,
They-
that's a lot.
They were down to right
But
here.
that'd be hard to get out of for anybody.
Yeah, and I
a
think I
lot.
would have done this differently. This would not hang on in a hard swim.
Why
If
not
this
just
got-
make
If
the
they
cockpit
just
smaller if they're gonna
had
do all
some
that
loop
crap,
there
yeah?
for it to go through instead
Damn
of
Yeah,
just
I would have done that a little differently than
Like
just
a
put.
great C1.
Yeah, you need
got such
to
a
take
big
all the
cockpit,
outfitting
I
out.
mean-
Just look at the hull. Yeah, they need to clean their graphics.
It's good and wide too.
It is wide, and
Better, good C1.
look how flat that is in that area there. It's flat from a.
Hole is kinda-
it hasn't seen water yet.
No, he just got it yesterday.
The edge is real forgiving.
The edges are high. It kind of looked. He compared it to a Nirvana. Like he did a comparison to like a Nirvana, and a Nirvana has a high edge, but the Nirvana edge is like that much higher. But man, look how flat that is. You could use that as a table easily. It reminds me of that Wave Sport Phoenix. The Phoenix had this big wide flat area here and was flat all the way out to about right here. It does. It's got a little dip in right there, a little misshape on that. I can see a little bit of a waviness in the tail. Run all the way from here, and they start fading out and dropping down. So it's gonna. I think it'd ride well off that tail though. So yeah, and you got this guy over here in a Dragger Rossi. Who the heck? He's gonna be regretting it about halfway, wishing he had a creek boat.
Very honestly, probably. Haven't paddled this thing yet. I'm excited to hop in it.
The Stinger. Not to be confused with the Liquid Logic Stinger, by the way. So it's like if somebody bought a Stinger, it's like, hey, I got you a new Stinger. You're like, yes, for the race. Then you show up and this is what you bring. You show up at the green race. I got my Stinger.
Have the fins on it. Have the fins on it for the race.
That'd be nuts.
Look how aggressive that hull is.
I'm excited to try this on Tallulah in the spring.
Yeah, on a wave, dude, that looks like that would rip on a wave.
Oh, absolutely. Especially with the slots with fins.
Got some Aloha right there.
Yeah, that little.
I saw that thing. I was
Yeah, it's kind of nuts.
It's a corn boat. You know, he loves his stickers. Those aren't molded in. Those are molded in. Those are molded in. But he'll always put some sort of vinyl sticker on there. This is
Picked this up a few days ago. What is that?
that's similar to the old Wave Sport that was in the Big Easy and Easy.
Oh, bringing the foot.
There's a foot plate down in there that you ratchet that up. And this was something kind of innovative too. I'd never seen this. Riot started doing this too at some point. The ratchets are mounted into the seat and they just run through the seat, so you tighten up there, but you just lock under the rims here.
That's a nice looking back end.
It's pretty solid. That feels
very hefty.
solid.
I'm looking at.
Feels like a beast.
Yeah,
It does.
I
wish
like
that
it
was
a
in
lot.
my boat. Yeah, I like it a lot better than doesn't.
I guess I need to finish on this. But yeah, anybody that's paddled a Titan Dragon, let me know in the comments and let me know if you paddle one, especially Jacob. He always has some smart ass remark. Well, see, there he goes. I already pointed that out right here. Look at that. See the waviness right there?
Hasn't even touched a rock.
The guys at Titan, if you're watching this, you definitely need to work on your QC of your hulls. It looks pretty good through your shape here. But yeah, I don't know much. I haven't seen any of these in the U.S. This is the first one I've seen in the U.S. But yeah, that's pretty much the walkthrough of the Titan. I don't see anything else. And I'm going to get out there in it probably at some point and get a feel for it. So we'll all get to get in it. The Code. And we'll compare it to the Code. Let's carry it. A Chode. Look at this thing sitting beside the Code. Or as Jacob calls it, the Chode. I think he just says a Chode's in it. Anyone at paddling, it's a Chode. You can see the difference in the design philosophy of the, like it's definitely more narrow back here, but it's not, it's humped a little higher. Rockers higher on both, on the Code, the bow and stern, but it's a wider and through the center, and it's real boxy right here, which gives me that Wave Sport look. So here we go. So that's it. That's the walkthrough of the Titan Dragon.